Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where we see an example of a man that is not simping. Let's begin. I think my wife is cheating on me with my coworker, and I honestly don't know what to do. Posted by Reddit user BrightGrade4402.
So to start off, I don't really like using platforms like this, but I need to let this out and vent somehow, so here I go. I'm 33 and wife 30, been together for 11 years, and I thought everything was good between us until recently. For some context, I work as a dispatcher for truckers, and it's a pretty good job. I get good benefits, and I make enough where we can both be comfortable. My wife had a job with building gaming computers, but she lost job due to cutbacks, so I've been the sole earner. And I've been picking up a lot of hours, and one day my car battery died on me, so I had my wife take me to work, and when we made it to the parking lot, I saw my coworker Andrew. I waved at him and he walked over to say hello, and that when I introduced him to wife, and she got the car to shake his hand, and he looked at me and said that you never told me that your wife was so beautiful. She blushed and I laughed, not thinking about it, saying yeah, I'm lucky to have her. And then we both walked into work after I kissed my wife goodbye. A few days later, I got my car good and running. So I've been going to work like normal, but during lunch I couldn't help but notice my wife's car in the parking lot. So I walked towards it and see her and Andrew talking and eating lunch in her car. I got upset but kept it cool and knock on her window. She opened door and said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you that me and Andrew were having lunch today together." Then Andrew said, "I hope you're not angry." I took deep breath and said no. And I turned around and walked to the car because if I said anything else it was going to start an argument, but I can feel my wife getting frustrated because I walk away like that. So later that day when I got home, she blew up one saying that I embarrassed her in front of Andrew when I said, "Why do you even care and when did you even start hang out with him?" She said, "I'm a grown-ass woman and I don't have to tell you shit." And then walk off, and since then she been distant. And I noticed she's been on her phone more, calling and texting her friends, but I just know that it's Andrew, but I don't want to accuse her, then I'm wrong and I look like an asshole, but at the same time I want to say something, I don't know what to do. Update. I didn't think it'll blow like this, but I'll like to thank you guys for the advice and support. I talked to my friend and he gave me an Apple AirTag. I'm gonna put it in my wife's car and trail to see if I can find anything and collect evidence so I don't get fucked in court if we do end up divorcing. But a part of me doesn't want to do it because I don't know if I can handle the pain. And this woman went through a lot and been through a lot of shit, and I can't believe she really going to throw it away this easily. But I'm still gonna have to do it. I'll try to update again when I have time.
OP. Whatever you do not confront your coworker. That has got to be one of the worst things you can do right now. You will only make things worse because it will get right back to your wife and she'll start blaming you, saying you're controlling, manipulative, and etc, etc, etc. Meanwhile, she's being completely inappropriate with another man. Just be chill and monitor her. She weaponizes her emotions against you a lot, clearly. She went ahead and had lunch in her car at your workplace with someone else without telling you. I can't express how much of a red flag that is, how much disrespect has been done to you. Her omission is a cause for concern. Sure, nothing may be going on, but her intentions are clearly not good. We all know how this goes. First step, she's confiding her personal details, including your relationship with him, and then the next thing we know, they're fucking in her car or in your bed while you are not there. OP, we all know where this is going. I just hope that you do too. And now for OP's update.
Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I posted, but so much happened during that time span and I finally found the time to update. First off, I like to thank all of you guys for the support and advice. I really helped me. Quick recap, so my wife been hanging out with my coworker Andrew without telling me, and when I found out she basically started getting distant from me, so I suspected that she's been cheating on me with him. When I started to suspect it, my friend gave me his airdrop and I hid it in my wife's car and followed her. She told me that she was going to see a friend, but I didn't believe, so I followed her in my friend's car to make sure she couldn't spot me, and after a 20-minute drive she drove up to a hotel. I'm not gonna lie, I felt sick and my heart kept pounding. I was really hoping that I was wrong and she was seeing a friend, but instead I saw Andrew waving at my wife. And then I see her running and jumping on this guy and kissing him. I was so hurt and angry I wanted to get out and beat Andrew's ass and tell my wife to get all of her shit out the house. But I didn't. Instead I took out my phone and took some pictures and drove off when I saw them walk in the hotel. I went home and cried, screamed, yelled, and punched a hole in the wall. I was feeling too many emotions at once. I called my friend and came over and I showed him the pictures and started crying again. I scream 11 years down the fucking drain. My friend gave me a hug and told me to get a lawyer and to keep stacking up evidence against her. I didn't know if I can keep up the face anymore, but I told my friend I'll try. So during these past weeks I've been stacking up evidence and keeping my distance. I've seen them go to restaurants, movies, hotels, and every time it hurt, but I tough it out, and she always told me she going out with her friends or family, but I never called her and said okay. I thought I can keep it up for at least a few more days, especially because the lawyer I'm seeing said that I should have more evidence to make sure I win and keep everything when we divorce. But I think I messed up yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday and I wasn't really feeling it. My wife didn't even tell me happy birthday, but her parents did, and when I went to work my coworkers got me a cake and some gifts. I tried holding back the tears because for a moment I forgot about everything, at least until I saw Andrew. He got me a gift and I fake a smile and said thank you, and when I opened it was the comic Batman. Death of the Family, and I actually surprised because no one at work knew I was into comics and DC was my favorite. And when I told Andrew that, he said my wife told him, and then all I saw was red. Next thing I know, my coworkers are holding me back and Andrew is in the corner covering his nose and yelling what the fuck. And then I screamed, I know you've been fucking my wife. Everyone got silent and looked at Andrew, and he tried explaining it to me, but I didn't care. All I wanted to do was beat his ass until he stopped moving. But then my boss came in and sent Andrew home and took me in his office, and I told him everything and showed him some of the pictures. He apologized to me and gave some time off to sort everything, and he will deal with Andrew. Shit really went south when I got home, and my wife was waiting, and she blew up on saying that I was wrong for doing that to Andrew, and that she talked him out of pressing charges for hitting him, and kept yelling and yelling, saying, Andrew makes me feel like a real woman and treats me right and knows how to make me feel special. And I finally pop and just yelled, I don't give a fuck. She looked surprised and went silent, and I kept going saying, if he makes you feel special, go live him and have him support you because I'm done. And then she had the nerve to cry and say that she'd say sorry. Plus she tried saying how Andrew caught her at a moment of weakness. But I just took a deep breath and told her to get a lawyer because we're getting a divorce, and she really tried to apologize and said that she can't afford one and that we need to work on us, but I just looked her and told her to pack up, and she kept crying and begging. But I just got her suitcase and called her sister to come pick her up, but she locks herself in the bathroom saying she won't come out until I was willing to work things out with her. I kept telling her that I didn't want to work anything out and we need space because when I see her, I feel angry and hurt, and she finally got out and apologized, and then she packs her shit and waited outside for her sister. And now I'm finally in the house alone and I can't stop crying. I feel so many things and I just don't know anymore. I'm going to see my lawyer tomorrow. And sorry if I was all over the place with my post. I'm just feeling horrible and emotional, but I am planning on seeing a therapist soon. I'll definitely update everyone once all this blows over. I like to thank everyone again for the advice and support.
She can't afford a lawyer, so the two of you needs to work things out. That statement alone says so much, OP. Look, the reality is, she's been using you as financial support while Andrew for fun. I wonder if he'll find her as fun and special and all of that when she doesn't have the money to fund lunches and hotel rooms. I couldn't find anywhere if you mentioned Andrew's personal situation, but if he and your soon-to-be ex are going to hotel rooms, then I guarantee you this, my friend, he must have a significant other somewhere. Go find her and expose that asshole. Best wishes, OP, and please update us again. And now for today's second story. Is he possibly cheating, or am I just being unreasonable? Posted by Reddit user Sunkiss Melancholy.
I and my husband have been married 1.5 years. He has never ever given me reason to doubt his fidelity. The thought of infidelity on his part has never even crossed my mind, until today. Having finished cleaning up after a dinner party with friends, we were sat on the couch just talking when I asked him for the time. He showed me his phone, and just at that moment, he received a WhatsApp message. The notification appeared showing an unsaved number, with the profile picture of a girl wearing a really low cleavage blouse. Seeing the message notification too, he takes back his phone and clicks into a different WhatsApp message instead, which he shows me and starts speaking on. I of course remained stuck on the weird notification, and so I ask him what was that message just there. To which he responds, a men's group chat from work. It's a random profile picture. I did not choose the picture, I was simply added to the group. I then ask him if I can see the group chat and he refuses. This to me raises alarm bells, and so I ask again twice. Each time he refuses to let me see the chat. I ask why he's refusing, and he counters by asking me why I want to see the chat. I explain calmly, and in an amicable tone, that I found the notification very odd. Unsaved number, beautiful girl in revealing clothing refusing to show me the supposed work group chat. I get up to leave after his refusing to show me the group chat for the third or fourth time, except I am overcome by the urge to take his phone off the couch armrest, where he had put it down. And so I do. I take the phone, but as I am about to open the chat in question, he grabs the phone back out of my hands. Though we are both still speaking very calmly, he's now upset with me. He is upset that I would grab his phone and reminds me that this is not what we do, go through each other's phones. He is rather upset, saying that I should trust his word because he has explained what the notification was and why it looked weird, and that his explanation should have been enough, seeing as I'm supposed to trust him. He is offended that I would even ask to see the chat. He then goes on to remind me that not only has he never given me a reason to doubt him, but also that he has always freely given me access to his phone. This is all true. I even have my face saved on his face recognition setting and his on mine. He continued to refuse to show me the supposed group chat. And being shocked, I simply left the room. I am currently not sure what to think. Did I respond unreasonably? First update. Hi everyone, thank you for your responses. We still have guests staying over at our place. After the initial conversation, I left and went to stay with the guests in the guest room. They're my girlfriends, so this wasn't particularly weird. It is their last night too, so we stayed up talking. I didn't mention anything to them, but I also haven't spoken to him since. The guests leave later this evening. Before then we'll be out and about. I don't think I'll have a chance to speak to him or address this again until the guests have left. To clear up a few things, I also suspect cheating. I know exactly what it is looking like. But yes, I was wondering if my grabbing the phone was unwarranted and exaggerated and in fact a breach of trust in my part. I do not go through people's phone on principle. I have never done it, and I do feel like I have violated his privacy for doing that. I have also realized after reading your responses that worrying about having breached his privacy is precisely what he wanted, and is an attempt to turn it all back on me, to distract from the main issue. I'll come back with another update once I've addressed it with him. Final update. I have asked him to show me the chat one more time. He accepted immediately this time. I was worried that this meant the evidence would be deleted, but he handed me the phone, and it was all there. I saw the group chat with the same profile picture, called Men's Group but in the language of the country. In the group chat I saw the initial message notification I had seen, with the number still unsaved. It was in fact a Spotify link like he had said. The timestamp is correct. He scrolled all the way up to when he was added to the group, which does correspond to when he started at the new workplace. He took out his work laptop and went through the work email contacts to show me that the few contacts he had saved did correspond with the names of colleagues in the group. I got pretty annoyed, if I'm honest. I am extremely relieved, but God, he could have spared me and you all the turmoil. I asked why he was being so damn secretive about everything then. It turns out he had a group chat with my childhood friends, and they were planning a surprise for me. Surprise semi-ruined now, lol, oops. You might all wonder why on earth I didn't think of that so close to Christmas, and that would be because we do not celebrate Christmas. Anyways, false alarm, thank God. Apologies for bringing you all on this roller coaster with me. For what it's worth, you all helped me stay very calm and level-headed through the hours. If some of you are wondering why I did not turn to friends and family for advice, the answer is simply that I had no proof myself. I was unsure and confused by the situation, but still wanted to hear someone else's thoughts on the matter. The thing with relationships I find is that sometimes when you tell friends and family about conflict, you might then forgive him, but they might not. I try to avoid sharing our conflict and seeking advice unless it is blatantly obvious that one of us is in the wrong. He is close to my friends and family, and I'm careful not to ruin his image in their eyes unless it is really warranted. Anyway, thanks everyone for your patience, for your advice, for your companionship.
OP. If I had a girlfriend or a wife and she asked to see something on my phone and very politely asked for my permission, I would definitely allow her to see my phone, no problem whatsoever. Especially if it was for the purpose of easing her mind about something. In my experience, people only get jumpy about this shit when they're trying to hide something. Look man, I'm glad that it was a false alarm, but the way he tried to hide it is still a little bit suspicious to me, so just keep an eye out just in case. I honestly hope to God that it really was just him trying to hide a surprise from you, and he just panicked when you got a whiff of it. Good luck, OP. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, Make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.